Hi, my name is Vishal. Let's see some more primitives in the Cinema 4D. So let's go to the primitive called cone here. So cone primitive has got two handles. One is which is controlling the base and another one is controlling the height. Let me just choose the garage shading there on lines. Then select the top radius we have here, and bottom radius we have here. So let me increase the top radius, which makes the cone into a tapered cylinder. We have the bottom radius. Again, we can make very similar effect there. We have the height. We have the segments of the height. We have the rotation segments. We have the orientation, like that. We have the caps here. So we want the caps on the model or don't want the caps on the model, we can enable. We can go for the cap segments. We have fillet option on both sides, which gives me the fillet handle here, like that. So there are two individual controls given here. One is the radius and another one is the height. And we can increase the segments here for the fillet, like that. So it's completely different shape altogether once we have made a cone there. We have the slice option. We can enable the slice, control the slice there, and we can enable the grid and its size accordingly or as per our requirement. We have the figure. Figure gives me a mannequin here. We click and drag, it will control the size of the mannequin or the figure in this case. We have the height control. We have the segments control. So we have landscape. We have the size of the landscape 600 by 600. I can set it to 100 by 100 if I need. Like that. We have the width segments and the depth segments. I'll switch off the garage shading. We have the rough furrows and the fine furrows. We have the scale. A rough furrows controls the bigger wave pattern, and fine furrows controls the high frequency patterns. We have the sea level. We have the plateau. We can enable multifractal node here, which will add another layer of fractal texture on top of it. We have the orientation of the plane, and you don't want the sea level border, or you want them, you can enable or disable. You can make it as a spherical model also. And overall it becomes a completely different model altogether. We have oil tank. We have a handle here which controls the roundness of the cap there, and we have a handle here which controls the radius of the tank. So we have the radius, we have the height, we have the height segments, we have the cap height, we have the cap segments, we have the axis segments, which is rotation segments here, and we have the orientation of the cylinder. We have the slice option, we can control the slicing there. And we have the grid there. Very simple.